Welcome back to another ukulele tutorial. I'm Lara, and in today's lesson I'm going to show you 4 ways to play Last Christmas. We'll start with an easy strumming pattern and then move into 3 beautiful finger-picking patterns. You'll find the patterns, chords, and lyrics on screen during this lesson, and you can also download them as a PDF from my Patreon page. You'll find the link down below in the video description. I'm playing a tenor with a low G. If you have a high G on your instrument, you can follow this entire tutorial and all of the patterns. Just keep in mind that the patterns will sound slightly different on your instrument, particularly the finger-picking patterns, because your 4th string is 1 octave higher than mine. This song uses 1 chord progression that repeats throughout the entire song. It starts on C, then it goes to A minor, D minor, and G7. You can use any one of the patterns that we'll cover in this lesson to play through the entire song, or you can alternate between them. Whichever pattern you choose, you'll apply it twice to every chord change through the entire song as this chord progression repeats. We'll look at how to apply each of our 4 patterns to the verses and the chorus. But first, let's take a look at how to play the 4 chords in this song and how to transition between them. Our chord sequence starts on C. This is the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Then we go to A minor. I'm playing A minor with my middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Then going from A minor to D minor, we're going to keep our middle finger right where it is, and we'll place our ring finger down on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and we'll also place our index finger down on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. For our 4th chord, going from D minor to G7, we're going to keep our index finger right where it is, and we'll move our middle finger down to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string and our ring finger to the 2nd fret of the 1st string. Going from G7 back to C, we're going to slide our ring finger up 1 fret. Now we've come to our first pattern, which is a strumming pattern. Here's how this sounds. Let's take a close look at how to play this pattern and how to apply it to our song. Here's our first pattern, played at a slow tempo on a C chord. The strumming is down, down, up, down. The rhythm is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Bringing this pattern up to the tempo of this song will sound like this. Now we'll apply this pattern to the chord progression that repeats throughout this entire song. So starting on C, we'll play this pattern twice. Then twice on A minor. Then twice on D minor. Finish this chord progression on G7. We'll play this pattern twice more. This is the basic foundation to play through the entire song, so you can repeat this pattern on these 4 chords through every chorus and every verse. Taking a look at the chorus, the first 4 lines and the last 4 lines are the same. The lyrics are identical and they use the same chord progression. Now I'll play through the first 4 lines of the chorus using the strumming pattern and adding in the lyrics. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. through the chorus, you'll play the second half the same way as the first half. Next comes the first verse. For the verses, we'll play through our chord progression twice. So we're going to cycle through C, A minor, D minor, and G7 twice, the same as we did in the chorus. Now I'll play through the first verse using this strumming pattern and adding in the lyrics. Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance, but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Happy Christmas, I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you, I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kissed me now, I know you'd fool me again. If you're enjoying this lesson, please give this video a like, and thank you so much for subscribing. Now we're moving into our second pattern. Here's how this one sounds. Let's take a close look at this one. Here's our second pattern, played slowly on a C chord. I'm starting with an arpeggio through all 4 strings, so instead of a traditional down strum, I'm playing this arpeggio slowly so that each string rings out. I'm playing this with my index finger, however you could play it with your thumb, whichever you prefer. After the arpeggio, I'm picking the 4th string with my thumb. Then I'm picking strings 1 and 2 together with my middle and ring fingers. Then I'm going back to the 4th string with my thumb. And I'm finishing on the 3rd string with my index finger. The rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Bringing this pattern up to the tempo of this song will sound like this. As we apply this pattern to the song, we'll play the pattern twice with every chord change, just like our other patterns. Here's how it looks to play through the first 4 lines of the chorus, using this pattern and adding in the lyrics. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Our third pattern is another finger-picking pattern with a fun rhythm to it. Let's take a close look at this one. Here's our third pattern, played slowly on a C chord. I'm starting by picking strings 1, 2, and 3 together with my ring, middle, and index fingers. I'll do that twice. Then I'm going to pick the 4th string with my thumb, and then I'm going back to strings 1, 2, and 3 twice more. The rhythm is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're picking strings 1, 2, and 3 on beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're only playing the 4th string once on the second and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Bringing this pattern up to the tempo of this song will sound like this. Now we've come to our second verse, which is played the same way as the first. We have our same chord progression that's repeated twice, and we'll apply any of our patterns twice to every chord change. Now I'll play through the second verse, adding in the lyrics and using our third pattern. A crowded room, friends with tired eyes. I'm hiding from you and your soul of eyes. My God, I thought you were someone to rely on. Me, I guess I was a shoulder to cry on, a face on a lover with a fire in his heart, a man undercover, but you tore me apart. Ooh, now I found a real love, you'll never fool me again. Now we've come to our fourth pattern. Let's look at this one up close. Here's our fourth pattern played slowly on a C chord. I'm starting by picking strings 4, 3, and 2 with my thumb, index, and middle fingers. Then I'm going back to the third string with my index finger. Then I'm going to the first string with my ring finger, back to the third string with my index finger, and finishing on the second string with my middle finger. The rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You can play this pattern evenly, or I like to play it with a bit of a swing to it. As we bring this pattern up to the tempo of this song, it will sound like this. Now we've come to the final chorus of the song, which repeats to a fade, which means that you can repeat it as many times as you would like. Applying our fourth pattern to the song, we'll play this pattern twice on every chord change, just like our other patterns. Now I'll sing through the 4 lines of the final chorus using this fourth pattern. Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Now we've come to our play along. I'm going to play through the entire song, instrumental only, so you can really hear how it sounds to alternate between the different patterns. Feel free to choose any one of the patterns to play through the entire song, or you can alternate between them. The chords and lyrics will be on screen, so you can play along with me, and if you'd like, you can also sing the lyrics. 5, 6, 7, 8. hope you've enjoyed learning 4 ways to play Last Christmas. Happy holidays, and thank you for watching. I gave you my heart.